last week I talked about Soulja Boy being mad with Casanat because he felt like he was linking up with his ops. That kind of rhyme. Apparently, Soulja Boy and DDG have this drama. DDG is involved in Streamer University. Soulja Boy wanted to be part of Streamer University. Casanat ain't thinking about him, so he started this one-sided beef over Streamer University. Well, it looks like Soulja Boy, even after creating his own version, Rapper University, still feels some type of way about Streamer University and decided to show up at the auditions that just recently happened in Atlanta. But it did not go well. But before we get into that, I just want to update y'all on my Streamer university interest and my decision about applying. So I saw, like, right after I had shared my video that I was thinking about it, and I had not made a decision, but I saw that Armand Wiggins got denied from Streamer University. And according to him, I hadn't seen anything from Casanat, but according to Armand, it was because he was too old and messy. And I said, you know what? Armand, if he's too old, I'm geriatric. So I'm not even going to waste my time. And I'm glad that I didn't, because now that I'm looking at this and looking at people who are trying to be part of it, yeah, like, I'm definitely way too old. So I'm going to just keep my little application to myself. But it had me thinking, what is the point of people like applying online if they're doing these auditions in cities or in Atlanta? Because I do remember last year when he did Streamer University, there was like a lot of chaos in New York, I believe. So yeah, I'm kind of thrown off about exactly like the point of the online applications if they're like live auditions. And are you even paying attention to the online applications? Because it just seems like there's a lot going on there. Anyways, let's get into this Soulja Boy update. This new drama with Streamer University. It looks like Soulja Boy, like I said, decided to go ahead, show up in Atlanta, and he got kicked out. He got kicked out. So Double XL is reporting that on Wednesday, so just 2 days ago, June 17th, Kai had auditions for his popular Stream University program in Atlanta, despite not being invited, and even going so far as to call Kai out for his exclusion. Before launching his rival Rapper University, Soulja decided to show up anyway, and it did not go well. Again, like I said last week, Soulja Boy seems bored and is just picking fights. He knows how to keep his name in the media and remain relevant. I wonder if this does turn into money for him. Because if it doesn't, even if it does, like at this point, Soulja Boy, you have done so much damage to your image. We remember you for your songs when we were in high school. I just celebrated my 20th class reunion, and Soulja Boy definitely was played at the gala. And we prefer to remember that, not what you're doing now. If you're serious about Rapper University, do that. Commit to that. Make that great. Stop the antics, bro. Stop the antics, because you are the first rapper who did a lot. But now you're the first rapper that got kicked out of Streamer University auditions. Like, you're messing up your legacy. But apparently, while he was there, Soulja Boy coming up uninvited, he was actually streaming. So the article says, streaming the moment on his Twitch channel, SB can be seen being turned away by security, who tells his confused cameraman they don't want him in the building. Another stream inside the building heard security on the walkie-talkie saying Soulja Boy is not allowed to come in. Soulja Boy is not allowed in the building. And it appears SB walked away without further incident. The event ultimately ended up being shut down due to safety concerns because of the massive crowd it drew. So yeah, let's look at this situation. People were saying, I did see, this is actually going to be my first time watching it, but I did see folks saying that he was embarrassed, that he was trying not to like let it show. The fact that he was streaming, like I said, he probably don't care for real because he's still getting the views. His name is still in the media. but that does have to be pretty embarrassing. And I like Casanat. He's standing on business. He like, this my it, and what I say goes. And I'm not with that foolishness. He can't come in here. I'm not about to deal with it. Like, he's being serious, and Soulja Boy is looking for a moment. But let's watch the video.
Oh, which way they got it? No, he's yeah, no.
What's going on? What's going on?
They don't want me.
We gotta go outside.
Yeah.
Like, who is he
You don't want
calling?
to outside right now?
No,
Who is he calling? You done cuss Casanat out on Instagram or TikTok Live. You done cussed out DDG, who is his homie. And who are you trying to call to let you in? Take the L, bro.
they
Take
want
the
him in the
L.
building.
They want him in the building. Where you gotta go?
I'm sorry.
Where's that? What happened?
That has to be embarrassing. He didn't even turn around anymore. I wonder how this stream ended. Let's see. Before we leave from this story, I do want to touch on the crowd, because I saw that the crowd was crazy. The crowd was crazy. I didn't, like I said, I realized I'm too old because I didn't even know about the auditions. I didn't even know this was happening, that he was dropping addresses. Like, yeah, not for me. But this is coming out of Fox 5 Atlanta. I want to show this news story first, and then I want to go to another video where it's like on the ground reporting from some of the people that were out there. But as you can see, look at how these people trying to audition. Now, this is my thing. Last year, like I said, I do remember Streamer University creating some type of chaos in New York where he was holding auditions at the time. And this is my thing. This is a failure of planning, in my point of view, because people have events all the time. People have casting calls all the time. You know, with your level of fame, let me just look and see how many followers Casanat has on Instagram. He has 16.8 million. 16.8 million followers on Instagram. Crazy. Cities don't even have that many people that live in their city. So this is like a failure of his team. It's one or two things. This is either a failure on his team's part to not put the proper things in place, meaning sending out emails, sending out text notifications, telling people what time to arrive, scheduling people beforehand. Like, you have not still a year later, after everything that happened last year and what you went through last year, all of the drama last year. I want to say it may have gotten violent. Something crazy happened last year, and I really should have looked it up. I cannot remember. But even after all of that going on, you mean to tell me you do it again? This year's gonna be bigger. You come to Atlanta, where you know a lot of creators are. It's a huge sorry, got a Love Island notification. I'm locked in on Love Island, y'all. But anyway, you know, this looks like a failure on Casanat's team's part. Now, it's either that or you wanted to create this chaos. You set up the event and sent the address out the way that you did to set up this chaos. That's the only other thing that I can think of, because who would even want to deal with this? Who would want this to be associated with their brand? I just don't understand it. But let's look at this news report, and then we're going to go to the on the ground reporting. and we'll talk
I
about
believe
it.
it's downtown Atlanta right now. And so this is the Kai Cenat's final event here in Atlanta. It was pushed back by a day after an overwhelming turnout. That looks like the State Farm Arena. There it is right there as Sky Fox 5 pulling out. You can see just how many people are there. So what we know at this point is, let me tell you what we are understanding. So after two successful in-person events in Los Angeles and New York City, Kai Cenat's event here in Atlanta had to be pushed back by a day after an overwhelming turnout. You can just see just how many people have showed up there. After 2 days of camp.
This is insane. I also want to add, y'all do know the World Cup is happening in Atlanta as well. So Atlanta has a lot going on. And I can imagine just how much extra stress, extra demand this put on first responders there. Did they even have all of this set up? Like, where's the ambulance? Where are the fire trucks? Where are the people that should be here in the event that some pop off?
Suggestion officials labeled the event a large, unpermitted gathering, prompting Cenet to issue a statement.
Whoa, unpermitted. Did y'all hear that? The news said that the police said this event was unpermitted. Okay, super failure on his team's part. Super failure.
On Tuesday, urging participants to go home until further details could be confirmed. Due to some hostile responses toward law enforcement, police made 7 arrests near Hank Aaron Drive and Georgia Avenue. That's in southeast Atlanta. And 3 individuals were charged with disorderly conduct, one with obstruction and simple assault, and another with obstruction and simple battery on a law enforcement officer. An additional 1 person was charged with possession of a controlled substance, and another was charged with wearing a mask to conceal their identity. We are still obviously waiting to get some more details on all of it. The event was rescheduled for today, and obviously you're looking at Sky Fox 5, which is flying above State Farm Arena. You can see police officers are out there. It looks like a number of officers are out there as they are trying to keep control of this massive crowd. And so this is known as Streamer University. So his event related.
This is crazy. I don't like crowds. I've never been a person quick to be in a crowd. I barely like tailgating. That is a bit much for me, especially in homecoming. I don't see how these people were enduring that. I get the faith, I get the confidence, I get the manifestation, but at this point, put yourself on. My whole perception of Streamer University has changed with this. You know, I'm thinking this is more of a put together, well thought out type of thing. No, this is ghetto. But let's go to our on the ground reporting. I want to shout out the YouTube channel. It's called Slashed by Sandy. And she does a lot of like compilations from when things happen. So she doesn't really give her commentary. She like comes on in the beginning and then she might say something at the end. But I love her uploads because I don't have TikTok and I don't want to like try to sift through everything. So she be having me covered. But yeah, shout out to her. I'll link her channel in the description box. But let's look at some of this on the ground reporting. Apparently it's like getting shut down and people are jumping the gate, knock down the barricade. The police are right there. And look, they're all running. So I don't know if I guess they feel like, let us just go this way to get out. But all it takes is one person to do something. And it's a shame because all of y'all are old enough. Some of y'all probably got kids out there. This could be a situation where somebody could really get hurt or lose their life. And it's a failure for Kai Cenat's team because you don't want this type of stuff associated with your brand. You don't want that type of liability. What if someone got hurt or got killed out there that's tied to your name? You could potentially be sued because it's your event. It's unpermitted according to the police. This is just a bad look. Not cool, not professional. You know, the trailer was nice, the website was fine, but this does not seem to be well thought out. Now, maybe it's just Atlanta. Maybe it's just Atlanta because the news report did say that the events in LA and wherever else he went were successful. So maybe this is an Atlanta thing. Maybe folks in Atlanta, teenagers in Atlanta, early young adults don't know how to act. I don't know, or I don't know. I just think that this is a fail. But let's keep watching.
get trampled. This how niggas get trampled.
Agree with that part. Are they still trying to bum rush in the door?
This how niggas get trampled. Bro, no. It's over. It's over.
The police is like, take y'all ass home. Go home. Oh, this is so horrible, you guys. This is not safe. And it's not okay. You can't control what a person does. You can't control what people do when they get to a thing. But it should have never been this chaotic in the first place. You don't just drop a location to people and say, pull up. And from what I saw in one of the videos, people said the location dropped at like 7, and this is what it looked like by 7:25. You can't just do that as a business person. It's too much liability. And you're putting, even if it's a scheme to get more marketing for whatever it is that you're doing, and you have no intention of letting any of these people be part of this, you're still putting police officers' lives in danger. You're still putting people who are out there that just because they have to do their job, their lives are being put in danger because of this. And this is not okay. I don't like it. This was chaotic. Y'all want to watch the rest of this video? The link is in the description box. Let me know what y'all think about that. But I do want to say this because I saw it in another creator's video. He was reacting to the videos, and I feel a way about reaction content already. So I don't want to react to someone reacting and like showing that video or whatever. So that's why I didn't include his. But underneath the comments of his video, people were saying that society is cooked because everybody wants to be streamers and nobody wants to be mechanics and doctors and this, and this. And I get it. But at the same time, like, let's operate in reality, okay? Like, I know you probably feel mature and above everyone for making that type of content. And I do agree with it to a certain extent. However, you don't want a nurse to be a nurse who doesn't want to be a nurse. You don't want somebody to be doing something just because society needs it. And I know this sounds bad. I know it does, but hear me out. You don't want people to just be getting into something for the money. We need to get back to finding our passions. And maybe this many people are just passionate about creating content. It is not far-fetched. There are so many people in the world, and so many people want to enter in this space, enter in this industry. Some of those people out there, they didn't have nothing to do with the streaming university. So you're kind of lumping them in that category. But even still, creating content is a job. It is a lucrative job. It can be done well. It can be done in a classy manner, in a respectable manner, and you can make a living. And I don't blame anybody who wants to do that versus doing some of those other things. Yes, we need those things in society, and we should not like normalize not having those things, right? However, I just don't ambition shame. I'm not an ambition shamer. Like, if somebody wants to be a streamer, go for it. That doesn't mean that's the only thing you have to do. It could be a part-time thing. We just need to stop judging. Right? People of all ages, of all backgrounds want to create content. YouTube is the perfect example of that. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. And I will get on to the next topic. Right. Thank you for watching this clip from my broadcast, Tell Me More. But I want you to watch the full episode because it's good. Head over to Patreon by clicking the link in my description box to watch the full episode for free. All you have to do is sign up. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.